Hi, my name's Jason. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a gamer. I am a poet and I am a music lover. And I love this song. So, what I'm going to be doing today is a react video to a song called Hi Ren by an artist named Ren. I just discovered him a couple days ago. Just came into my algorithm one day on YouTube and I was hooked from the start. I'm so glad I found this song. I also struggle bad with anxiety and self-esteem and depression, and haven't written in a while or been creative in a while because of that. And for whatever reason, this song has inspired me to try to move outside my comfort zone and just live a little bit, and this is one of the ways I want to try to do that. So I'm going to react in a little bit of a different way, in that I am going to react having heard it and watched a lot of reaction videos. I know that takes away some of the first emotional gut responses, but the way I am, the way I struggle, like it helps me with my introversion, just having that forethought. It helps me get my creative process out that way. So, that being that, let's get into the song. It's a long song. It's 9 minutes long. There's a lot to it, and I'll occasionally pause and talk about stuff as I'm thinking of it or as I thought about it. But I'll put the video in the description and a link to it, and where you can find more information about Ren. This guy is an amazing artist, and he really is capturing one side of the human experience in an incredibly unique, moving, powerful way. So, that being said, let's get right into this here. So, it comes in, wheeled in by this guy in the pig mask and blood on the clothes. I was like, what the hell is going on? Hey, Ren. But it all makes sense in the end. Love the guitar in this. It's one of those parts that gets in my head. I've tried to play guitar off and on for a long time, and that you see that mic on his neck at one point too. He's doing this live. This isn't even like a video that's been like post-production, had the sound added. He's playing this live, and it's amazing. I love the way the notes bounce and it builds up right there, and it's just gorgeous. Really draws you in. You just get mesmerized.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down you know that. Deep down you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, are you pleased to see me? It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me.
Yeah, man, this is so intense. Like, I don't know if you notice the light flickering when this is going on. He's just coming out of nowhere with this voice, talking to Ren, and you know this is Ren, so you know he's talking to himself, and that kind of adds to the dichotomy of the bouncing back and forth of the notes and the guitar. And I heard that and I was like, whoa, this guy is not just playing, he is acting, and it sounds like he's been experienced with this, so he's retelling basically what has gone on in his head, and she's like, wow.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills.
Having been through therapy, this is one of the first lines that really grabbed me. And they teach you, how to cope along with the medicine, teach you coping skills. And you can tell it's him just answering back to those voices like, yeah, you're saying this stuff, but, I'm working on it and I'm getting better.
So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect, you're always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself.
And then that cuts so deep. Like, you think you're doing what you should to get help, and that voice in you is like, yeah, man, these doctors are crazy. They don't know what they're talking about. Just you take your pills and you see what happens, but you sound insane. You know that this is all for nothing, and if you listen to that voice, then it can make you just not want to get help anymore. And yeah, just keep listening.
In the sound of white noise, follow this 10-step program, rejoice, all your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate, this time is different, man, trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place, and my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great.
Okay, this is where I was just like, okay, I'm all in here. You hear that break in his voice when the other voice is, I'm not going to say winning, but the other voice is trying to talk him out of everything. And he's like, this time I'm going to be different, I'm going to be better, I'm going to do something. I suffer from something that I call I'm just. And what it is when you say I'm just this or I'm just that, and you really diminish everything you are, and you take away that unique aspect of your human self. And one of my biggest fears is like dying and not being remembered. So I get that, and I understand the break and the pain in his voice, because here I go with that word just again. I want to do something with my life where somebody is impacted in a positive light and I'm remembered. I just don't want to think this is all for nothing. So this is where it really started to get me, and sorry, even though I've heard this a lot and it's not my initial reaction, I still think about this song and it just resonates with me. So yeah, let's keep going.
And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me, I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see. You gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere.
Yeah. That's just so deep, because yeah, you want to do something special and you want to be remembered, and this voice is just trying to shut it all down. And at the same time, you're like, fine, I don't need this part of me. And then it's like, you can't get rid of me. I'm a part of you. We all struggle with this and we all go through this. And he's just capturing this internal struggle so well. I mean, like I said, I've listened to this probably 500 times, and it still just gets me, like, right here. And there's this doubt in this voice, like, I do some things where I compete, and I I'd like to think sometimes I'm good enough to win some things, and this voice is like, yeah, well, you don't win, so why do you even try? And it's so easy to just want to give up. But you gotta just gotta keep trying, man.
Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man. That's
it right there. I know I'm pausing a lot, and I probably will, because like I said, I'm analytical and I like to think about things, but he says it's enough if I'm making a difference in somebody's life and I'm connecting. People who find my music respect it. And goddamn right, Ren. That's what matters. And if anything else comes, that's great. But dude, I so respect you. You were capturing this battle. But well, I say battle because that's what I learned in therapy, and we'll get into that in a little bit, but just this back and forth, this constant back and forth, and this voice just doesn't want to give you the respect, but at the same time it's jealous of anything you do. It's such an interesting psyche dichotomy of like feelings. That's the only way I can say it. I know that's a lot of buzzy words, and even now, like, you hear that voice creeping in as I'm saying these things. That voice is like, why are you even saying this? It just sounds silly, and who's gonna listen? Who's gonna care what you have to say? Even if one person watches this and they're like, hey, I feel like that too, and it's good to know I'm not alone, then that's good enough for me. And that's what he's saying here.
You sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me...
Sorry. I love that line, like, it's just like that, I'm inside you, you twat. Like, you're trying to tell yourself that you're not a certain way, and then all of a sudden, this other side of you is like, yes, you are. I'm in your head. I hear the same things you do. And then at the same time, this voice is like, you never be anything, but you need me to be something. So, do you really need this other voice to be something if it says you'll never be something? And it's just, I don't know, it's just a weird thing going on in our heads and our hearts, because we are capable of so much greatness and so much life and experience, and these voices hold us back and hold us down, but at the same time they're like, you need us to be anything, but at the same time they don't let you be anything. So it's just interesting.
Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with his subconscious. Eminem did it. Played on guitar. Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this.
I love that, where it's just like, the dark side of him's making fun of himself, and he's like, well, other people have already done that, so you'll never be original. But you can be original and be like other people, and that's what this dark side's not realizing. And I think Ren throughout this is starting to realize that and not listen to the other side quite so much. And it's interesting when he says fuck you, like, he's not it hurts because he's not mad. He's just in pain. This is keeping him down, and it just, it's keeping him from being everything he wants to be, and he knows he's capable of it, and his side won't let him. And he's just starting to overcome that. He's like, oh, I'm still gonna sit down and do this. And he's like, yeah, well, this has already been done. And it's like, at some point, Ren has to like think, okay, but this is still my story to tell, so I'm gonna tell it. And then he's, the fourth wall is being broken down, and he is telling it, and he knows we're gonna be hearing him tell it, and it's just so many things going on. It's so moving and so powerful.
Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius, and I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth, your fucking god complex leaks out of you. It's
and you can't win. Like, sorry. You can't win because you say, alright, all this has been done before, I'm not original. It's like, that's right, you'll never be original. And he's like, alright, well, I have a stroke of genius and I'll do it this way. And he's like, yeah, listen to your God complex. So, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't with this voice. It's just gonna break you down no matter what. Like, you can be high, you can be low. If you're too high, it brings you down. If you're low, it brings you lower. And it's just, they're gnawing at you. It's like, it's just unyielding. So he does such a good job capturing that. I can't say that enough.
refreshing to ask for you say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it, who are you to doubt my music?
He wants to get rid of his voice so bad. Yeah, the voice is gonna let him. It's like, I dare you. And you can try, but like going back to that other lyric, if you want to kill me, you gotta kill you. So you just gotta learn to live with it.
I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
Right.
Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason. Beheading all kings, I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender when standing in front of my solar eclipse. My name is stitched to your lips, so you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal. Feeble and normal, you wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
Okay, this is so interesting and amazing and powerful what he's doing here, because he goes from just his own struggle to just the arguing back and forth and that subconscious thought to actually personifying it and equating it with the devil and giving it a more global reach. And this is where you really start to feel like, okay, so this isn't just his struggle, this is everybody's struggle. This is something that's always been there and always going to be there. And he's like, I'm just evil and I'm always going to exist. And then he ties it back at the end. He's like, I'm you, I'm Ren. But at the same time, it's not only his voice, it's just that global, eternal struggle that we all face. And it's just, it gets to a point with this song where like you just don't have the emotions or words to describe it anymore, and that's kind of where you are at this point. Oh, the camera works amazing too. The scene, the lights flashing when it's the bad voice, but not when it's his voice.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted, I was made to be broken and beat.
I just realized this as I'm watching it this time, and I haven't seen anybody else say this either. Not that that's like an oh my god amazing thing that I saw it and nobody else did. I'm not trying to say that by any means, but he's been talking to Ren himself the whole time, but right there he's looking straight ahead, as you know, the good Ren. I hate saying good bad Ren, but the positive, I guess positive negative Ren would be better. He's looking ahead. I just realized he's talking to all of us when he's saying this, as if he wants us to say and feel this. And holy shit, I just realized that as I'm watching this now. That's the first time I realized he's not looking back and forth. He's always like, hi Ren, hi Ren. You know, it's I. After Amy says it in the beginning, but then he looks ahead and he's talking to everybody in front of him as that fourth wall has been broken. Wow. I just friggin' realized that. I'm kind of goosebumps and chill right now, because that's amazing.
I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope.
Okay. This one's the hard part for me. So obviously there's a very religious thing going on here, and you know, he's rising, and the he and the him made in that shape, but you know, to be this, to be that, that's obviously, you know, God and creation, and made to withstand and you know, be able to face the evil. But this line about some people know me as the hope, and then loosening the noose on the rope. It wasn't a noose for me. It was a knife, and holding the knife to your wrist, thinking this could be it, and then just somewhere hearing that voice tells you it's not worth it, and just to keep fighting and to have that hope. And that part just really gets me, because I have been there, like I said, with that blade to my wrist and, you know, ready to get rid of it all. But for whatever reason I didn't, and I'm so glad I didn't. And it just really, really hits you. So, yeah. Let's keep going.
And you know how I know that I'll prosper? 'Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So coward the man I've become, when I sing from the top of my lungs, that I won't retire or stand in your fire, inspired I make to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side.
I love how it comes full circle back to how he started. So, just the visual work in this video adds that extra layer of just understanding to what's going on, and so symbolic. And something else I just noticed that I haven't heard anybody else say before, this time when he's doing the operatic ooze, the lights are flickering. It's not like that in the beginning when he's doing this. so it's almost like that voice over here knows that it's losing and it's trying its hardest to break through. Whereas before he was just, in the beginning he's just channeling that inner peaceful self, but here you can see the lights flickering and it's a lot more aggressive and fast paced, and it's just, the demons are just mad, I think, so they're trying to get through. And one other thing I want to say real quick that I just thought of, I haven't heard anybody else compare it to, is I hear a lot of Tenacious D here. I don't know if he listens to Tenacious D. I would love to know that, but it's like if Tenacious D did like something super serious, I hear like a lot of that in this too. Could be off my rocker. There's that voice again, but yeah, that's interesting. So.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences. With autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare. But there were victims, and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax, and I learned to soften, and that dance got easy. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
So that's Hi Ren. Thanks, Ren. That end there, like at one point when I was reacting in this, I said battle, and I left it because I didn't want to spoil that part, because there's probably some people watching that have it, and I'm with you too. It's more a pendulum, more back and forth, and it's just always gonna be a seesaw of I'm up here, I'm down here. I'm up here, I'm down here. Here's this voice that's pushing down. But I can come up, and I can go down. You know what I mean? So, absolutely amazing. And I know that you have saved lives with this song. And that's part of what's so amazing to me. You have made a difference, and I know there's people who want to hear a lot more by you. I know I do. I hope you keep going. I know that I believe right now you are getting treatment. This all explained. I didn't explain in the beginning, but he was misdiagnosed. He had Lyme disease, but he didn't know it for a long time, and because of that, he's really struggled. And so that's where I think a lot of the inspiration for this is. And he's just such an amazing human being for capturing this way and putting himself out there. So I want to do my part to help share that, and take care of yourselves and keep being amazing human beings, man.